Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts retrospective, part 3. So today we're going to be talking about Birth by Sleep and Recoded. And as always,
Yay!
I am Razorblade Mango or Adam or
And,
whatever
and the richest man,
or
or
Richard.
Richard.
So today we're going to be talking about Birth by Sleep and Recoded. So we'll start first with Birth by Sleep. Clearly the much better of the two.
Ah,
Uh,
yes.
and I will give the floor to you because I know you
Okay,
love this game.
okay. I'm just gonna go right off the bat.
Go
Okay,
ahead, go ahead.
okay, okay. Birth by Sleep is the best Kingdom Hearts game.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard me, guys. It is the best Kingdom Hearts game. It's got the best storytelling. I love the combat system. I love the melding command system as well. There's so many commands you can get, like freaking smart mine. You got what is it? You got thunder. I think it's thunder shot. I forget. And then I just love the Keyblade transformations. It's one of the main reasons why I love it. Like you can even go from one Keyblade transformation to another. I just love it so much, and I just love how dark it is and just how tragic it was just seeing Ventus, Terra, and Aqua fall into their own fate. And oh my gosh, like, and it's probably the one I played the most out of all of them. It probably feels like that, but I know I've only played it like twice. But I do remember having memories of watching my brother like beat all the secret bosses. He beat Vanita's spirit, and I think what was his name? The mysterious figure on critical with Aqua. And I was like, holy shit. Like I just remember watching him play, and I just love it for that reason. And I just love Vanitas's debut to the series. Like I just love him as a villain. Like he might actually be my favorite villain besides Xehanort, of course. But gosh damn, like this is the best one. It's the best one. What are your thoughts, Adam?
I don't think it's the best one. I mean, obviously, I've said that Kingdom Hearts 2 I think is the best one, but I I like Birth by Sleep not as much as I used to cuz I've gone through it a couple times and I agree with you that well not exactly agree with you on the story, but I agree that it is one of the best stories in the franchise and I like how dark it is, even without going so far as to being like a depressing thing like 358 is, where there is that tiny little spark of hope at the end, which we'll get into, most likely get into later. But I my big problem with Birth by Sleep, well, one of my big problems with Birth by Sleep is the structure of it, which I am much more of a fan of the Kingdom Hearts games. Well, I'm more of a fan of the structure where it's only one character that you have to level grind for. And there's no. I think the idea of an intersecting story between three different protagonists is cool. And I think in some areas it works, like the bit in Radiant Garden and the Keyblade Graveyard. But when you have to grind for three different characters across the same worlds three different times, for me it just gets tiring, especially for people. I can imagine it gets irritating for people who are completionists who then have to complete the three different campaigns and spend hours upon hours upon hours grinding for each character and then having to have their progress reset back down to level 1 with another character, which I think that bit is the most frustrating for me because you taste supreme power 2 different times, and 3 different times you always go back down to level 1, and it grows frustrating after a certain point, because it's like it's a neat little thing maybe in the transition from the first character to the second one, but by the time I get to Aqua, who's always the final character for me, it's like I'm so done with this. I just want to finish the game because I'm sick of having to level grind through these characters again. I think what affects the level grinding for me is that I don't think the worlds are all that interesting in this one. They feel like they're afterthoughts, and especially with this game coming out originally on the PSP, you can absolutely tell with the clunkiness of the combat and the small, really empty worlds, even emptier. They feel even emptier than the original Kingdom Hearts, which is saying a lot. At least with the original Kingdom Hearts, there is that intersectionality of the world, of the pathways and stuff like that. It feels like there's multiple paths that you can explore. This one, it just feels hollow. They all feel hollow.
Well, I mean, it was a handheld.
Yeah, I know,
Still.
but that's the problem. It's even going from I guess I can understand it if I had played it on the PSP, but having the PS3 be the first time that I ever went through this and seeing, what Kingdom Hearts is like from 1 and 2, I just felt like Birth by Sleep was a big step down in terms of level design and the atmosphere of the world. They all feel the same except from the different music that they use. Like Enchanted Dominion feels the same. The Dwarf Woodlands feel the same. What the hell is the Lilo and Stitch one? Deep Space. Deep Space
is
feels
my
the
least
same.
favorite world in that game.
Yeah, even Disney Town feels just empty. It just feels like a couple little areas bricked together, and it's like, all right, here you go. Here's some shitty mini games that you have to go through.
You don't have to.
You don't have to, but in order to get, complete it, you have to.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, which is what I did. But gosh damn. I mean, I love the Disney worlds, but what was it? I mean, my only favorite ones were the new ones that were added in that game at that time, Dwarf Woodlands and Enchanted Dominion.
Really? Those are easily my least favorite out of the bunch.
Those are actually my favorite.
How
Probably
come?
just because of the music.
I mean, this game has great music as always, but I actually think the world music is world music is some of the
I
weakest
think
ones.
this one, actually no, I don't think I can say that it has the best music. I want to say it does, but gosh damn it, I can't really decide on that.
Yeah, but they all sound the same. Just they all sound and look the same, which just really grows tiring after you go through them 3 different times. And they
No.
like the Cinderella one feels the same, the Snow White one feels the same, the Sleeping Beauty one feels the same. It's just it just
Nah.
feels like an excuse to shove in, whoa, where did these princesses of heart come from? And it's like yeah, but they're not interesting worlds. I think the only one out of the bunch, Dwarf Woodlands, that could have been something interesting if they had used it in Kingdom Hearts 3, but here it's just like it's nothing. It's just so barren.
I like it.
I mean,
I like it. Whatever.
I just
I love the game, Adam. You know how much I love.
I know
Birth
you
by
love the game. I used to really like it, but going through it twice now, I still like it, but I think it has serious
love
problems.
Birth by Sleep.
I think it has serious problems that just kill the pacing of the whole thing.
I think I just love it more just because of the combat. I just love the combat.
I
in
don't
that
even
game.
like the
It's
combat.
the combat in Birth by Sleep is my favorite out
It's
of all
okay.
of them.
I'll say that I don't dislike the combat. I think it is fine, but there is that element of you can clearly tell that this was designed for a handheld system because it has that
Oh yeah,
that
it
like
was.
really robotic, almost restrictive kind of flow to it. Whereas like Kingdom Hearts 2, you're just like a fucking zipping beast all along the battlefield. You got all these sick moves you can do that are flashy and fun. And then in this one, it's like there's just a weird
It's still flashy in this one.
It's flashy, but it requires a lot more like fighting against the game's inherent clunkiness for it being on a handheld. And even like you mentioned the combo melding or whatever. I don't like that because I don't like overcomplicated combat in my Kingdom Hearts game. I just would rather it be you get a Keyblade, you pick it, and then you move on, you get your abilities, and then you're done. You're fine, and you can just do your thing.
I like all the different sets of magic.
I think there's depth in. I think there's already a lot of depth in Kingdom Hearts 2 with just the default combat, but in Birth by Sleep, I just feel like they overdid it with how many options that you have, or how many ways you can.
There's Mega Flare, I think. If it's basically just a nuke, and nukes all the enemies. And then there's Smart Mine, which you set mines around, and then it just goes to an enemy. There's Mine Shield and Mine Square. I love it. I love it. The fact that there's so much different types of magic in that game, like I just love it. Like it's the main reason why I love it so much. And I love this. And I love the boss fights, the secret ones.
I don't like the boss fights in this game.
Oh my gosh!
I think another big problem is that I like you and I have talked about this before. I do not like the removal of the basic attack, magic, item, summon or drive combat.
I like it like that.
The command menu. I don't like having my moves like having to tie them to having to keep constantly switching them out and trying to figure out like I just give me the default stuff. Like just give me that. I don't like having that like just my moves available right there, because then if I want to use cure, I have to scroll through the menu in order to use it and just waste precious seconds that I have. And it's a similar problem that I have with Dream Drop Distance, which we'll get to in the next episode. But here it is just made worse by the fact that you do it 3 fucking times.
I honestly prefer it the way it was, just because maybe it could be because it's the way I'm used to. It's weird because when I told you 358 was my first Kingdom Hearts games.
I know.
And when I played it, like obviously the command menu was the same as it was in Kingdom Hearts 2. But it's weird when I went on to Birth by Sleep. Like I guess like I didn't really compare the two, but I guess I'm so used to it now. Probably the main reason why I don't mind it. Like I actually like it the way it is. I don't mind having to like wait a few seconds just for it to charge. I mean, there's also an ability that like you can unlock to like have your magic or like your commands what is it? Restore faster, so then that way you can use it again. That's another thing. Oh yeah, the abilities. The abilities, to get abilities in that game, you had to meld commands in order to get them.
Yeah, that was irritating.
I honestly don't mind it. I had to get so many HP boosts, but
even Olympus
I don't mind
Coliseum.
it. Birth by Sleep is probably the most grindiest one.
Yes, my God, it's also the one that has the most protracted fucking campaigns out of them all. Even though they're so short, they just feel like they go on forever because you're just stuck in these blank ass worlds that just.
I remember back in high school, my brother had to freaking grind. My brother had to grind so much with Terra just to beat Xehanort. Xehanort was a bitch in that game. But then it's weird because I played...
All the final bosses in this game are bitches.
No, they weren't.
Yeah,
Vanitas
they are.
wasn't a bitch.
Fuck that.
No, they weren't.
Vanitas is a prick.
Vanitas was easy.
Bragg is a prick. They're all pricks.
Vanitas and Bragg were not pricks.
They're pricks.
It was simpler.
No.
was probably the most toughest one.
No, even in that initial Bragg fight when you're Terra is annoying just because of how restrictive, how weird feeling the combat is. I just don't think it works well on a PS4 controller. Or a PS3 controller. It just doesn't.
Yeah, well, you want to know something?
I think I know where this is going.
You suck.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's irritating as shit playing.
I don't mind it. I'll talk about my main. It's funny because the complaint Because when I'm hearing your complaint about the controls on this, it kind of reminds me of my complaint with the controls in Dream Drop Distance, which we'll get to.
I think as
And
Dream Drop
I
Distance
told you,
suffers from a similar problem with it feeling like a handheld, but that combat system is way better than Birth by Sleep's, even with
no,
the even with
I
the
like Birth.
even
I
with
like
the
Birth by
commands
Sleep's,
attached
I,
directly.
I like Birth by Sleep's command system. There's a lot.
Dream Drop Distance, at least you can stamina free just bounce around the environment. That at least you could throw your enemies, you can bounce off of walls, kick into the air and do a dive attack. You can't do shit like that in this. The only thing you've got relatively similar is the shock lot attack. That's it. That's all you got.
No, not the
Which I will give them. The shot lock attack is a good idea. I just think it was done better in Fragmentary Passage, and it looks to be much better in Kingdom Hearts 3.
the several Keyblade transformations. That's the only reason why I love it.
Those are okay. It's just
No, I love it. I just love it. It's badass.
I don't care.
I love it. It's badass.
I do not care for it.
But now that we're done talking about gameplay wise, let's move on to the story.
Okay. Which has a very good story. It gets it even when you're kind of like through the environments. I still like the little twinges of joy and sadness here and there. I think it's a very good story. It has a really good ending. It has a fantastic secret ending. It has probably the best secret ending out of the entire series. I just love it.
What was the secret? And with Aqua...
Blank Points. Yeah, where that one is the first time, like, since, because you gotta remember there was a 4 to 5 year gap between Kingdom Hearts 2 and this. So that was a long time to wait for this. Like, this came out when I was nearing the end of high school, and Kingdom Hearts 2 came out when I was in just beginning middle school. That's a long ass time to wait for some new Kingdom Hearts material that isn't a remake of Chain of Memories or 358/2 Days. But secret endings. Blank Points is the very first time in 5 years since 2 came out that they're actually looking ahead to what's coming next in the series, which just made me so excited for what was to come next.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Which kind of sucks because the only way to unlock that secret ending was to collect all the stickers in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah. I just watched it on YouTube. That's all I did.
I actually ended up doing the same thing just because
I didn't have
a PSP. In a rush. Because Adam, I didn't have much time because
I didn't even have a PSP.
I had to beat all the games. I had to beat all the games before 3 comes out, which I did. I just watched the cutscenes and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, gosh damn, if I had beaten this on the PSP, I could have imagined how hyped that would have been, and I would have been like, gosh damn, I have to wait now. But here we are. Almost there.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
We are almost there. So
almost.
This game with its story, I think this could have gone really badly. I think it could have, because a lot of people, when they think, the villains of Kingdom Hearts, they just think of Organization 13 and Ansem, and they don't really think of who the fuck is this bald guy named Xehanort running around now. But
I mean, they mentioned him in Kingdom Hearts 2, but people were obviously. Imagine if, looking back at that, I'm pretty sure many Kingdom Hearts fans were probably confused, who's Xehanort?
Well, they explained that he was an apprentice of Ansem the Wise, who then became Ansem and Xemnas. But we didn't know that Xehanort was years ago, like a big. He's actually referred to as the most powerful Keyblade wielder in existence in the series. To ever live, he is the most powerful.
Even above Ericus?
Even above Ericus, yeah. He is considered to be the most dangerous and most powerful Keyblade wielder in the whole series.
Holy shit. Yeah, so...
But his goal, I've always been confused by his goal, especially with why he wants to unlock Kingdom Hearts and bring about the Keyblade War. I get, the thing that I don't understand is, with Xehanort, I guess it's, the way he does it is what people don't like, but I don't see a lot of issues with his logic of the world needs a balance of light and darkness, and he thinks that light is becoming too much, which I guess I can understand that, but it's just the way he goes about trying to achieve his goals is what's
Mhm.
really screwed up. And it's like, okay, yeah, you definitely have to stop this guy because he's just gonna bring about an apocalypse. Especially since he can single-handedly destroy the land of departure. Goes to show how dangerous he is.
He already did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in like the final bits where he kills Ericus and just destroys land of departure.
I mean, he doesn't kill Ericus. He freaking gets Terra to kill him.
No, he delivers the final blow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he does.
What?
Terra weakens him, but then Ericus comes in and kills him. Well, kills him in quotations.
Terra kills him?
No,
I
no,
mean,
Xehanort kills him.
what?
Yeah,
I don't remember seeing that though.
Xehanort delivers the final blow.
And then that's when he comes in and sees Terra.
Yeah, that's when Terra's faith in Xehanort is shattered because he sees that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Of all the stories in this game, I want to say Terra's was probably the best. I don't know.
I think Aqua's is the best.
Is it?
Yeah, I think Aqua's is the best because
I-
it's the one because then it continues directly into the final episode where you fight Terranort. And
Okay, yeah.
of all the characters that have the worst fates in this game, I think Ventus gets off the best because I mean he loses his heart, but at least he finds shelter within Sora. And
No, yeah,
he
he
just
does.
he just falls asleep. Whereas Terra is trapped in his own body with this fucking evil asshole trying to vie for control of him for like the next 15 years. And
And
then
then,
and then Aqua is just trapped in the realm of darkness, losing her mind for over a decade. Which that's even worse. I don't know what's worse, that or Terra's fate.
that is pretty tough.
Yeah,
Okay, wait. So Terra's trapped in his own body then?
he's trapped in. Yeah, because
'Cause
Xehanort's using his body as a vessel for because to get rid of his older body. He's now going to use Terra as
yeah, and then in the end, you see Terra's suit of armor come in, trying to like defend himself.
yeah,
Okay, so that suit
lingering
of armor
well.
is wait, that suit of armor though is Terra, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's it's lingering well. It's the
yeah.
yeah.
It's like its job is to protect the darkness from his body.
Yes.
So okay, kind of like how you were telling me that day when I asked you why Ventus's armor surrounded Sora in Dream Drop distance. It was to protect Sora from the darkness.
Yes.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. Oh my gosh, always wonder. But then it's like we don't even know where Terra is. But I guess he's just trapped in his own body then.
Well, okay, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. I forgot you told me it was in a spoiler in a trailer. Yeah, don't tell me. Don't
Okay.
tell me.
Yeah.
I did not. I haven't seen any of the trailers. I almost saw the last one.
Yeah,
And
that's the one you don't want to see because that's the one that gives away like quite a bit of stuff.
but I did like but the way you told me that like some shit is gonna go down.
Oh my god, yes. I'm
Like,
very very much looking forward to it.
First, but back to the story though. I guess Aquas could be the best. I forgot what happened in Aquas. It's probably the one I haven't played the most. It's weird because I never got to finish Aqua's story on the original PSP version.
I think because Aqua's combat style is probably my favorite out of the three. Maybe Ventus might be my favorite, but Aqua's is definitely better than Terra's.
I
Aqua's
don't
Aqua's
remember.
is slightly more powerful just because she's a master.
I guess I don't know. Terra, they all play differently. Like Terra
Yeah.
had a lot more power. Aqua was really good in magic,
Yeah.
and then Ventus, I believe I don't really know what Ventus was good at. I guess just speed. I don't know. When I use Ventus, like His combat felt a little faster.
Ventus is speed, Terra is power, Aqua is magic.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
See.
that's what they specialize in.
Gosh damn it. I don't know why. I used to love Ventus a lot. No, I still love Ventus a lot. But for some weird reason, when I was using him in Birth by Sleep, like, it just felt weird using him again. Like, he felt like a little kid.
Well, he is a little kid.
I know he is, but he felt like a little bitch.
What?
I don't know
What?
why. Like,
What? Why?
I felt like he was a little bitch.
Why do you feel like a little
I would
bitch?
hear him like complaining, like,
Oh,
not
okay.
complain.
Oh, that. Okay.
Like he would be like, "Let me come with you, Tara," and then Tara would be like, "No,
Oh
no,
God.
no," and then he
Speaking
would
of
be
that.
like, "Oh, why not?"
I think for the most part, the voice acting in this game is good. Like, I think Leonard Nimoy as Xehanort is fantastic. I think Mark Hamill as Ericus is great. Even the guy that they got to replace the late God damn it, I forget his name. The guy that played Mickey Mouse for many years throughout my childhood, who passed away before this came out. They got the new voice of Mickey Mouse. He's good. The weakest performances in this game are Terra, who sounds like he's medicated, and Aqua, who sounds like she's about to fall asleep at any second. Like those two are bad. Like they are bad vocal performances. And if they get the same actors back for Kingdom Hearts 3, it's like, ooh.
They brought him back in 2.8.
Actually, well, in point 2, which I will admit, like her Aqua's vocal performance in the actress's vocal performance in point 2 was much better. I don't know what. I guess she got a lot of shit for the vocal performance because she's not very good, but. She was better in point 2, so I guess, and we definitely will see Aqua well, absolutely we'll see Aqua.
We're gonna see everyone
3.
get together in 3.
I don't know about get together, but we're gonna see everybody in 3.
I can't wait to see Terra, Ven, and Aqua again.
One of them's gonna die. You watch. They're all like at least one of them is going to die. I'm taking bets on Aqua. She's gonna bite the dust.
You really think so?
I'm taking bets. Either Terra or Aqua. Ventus, I think, will be okay, but Aqua and Terra, I think they're both like, nah, they're both.
Can I just talk about how much I love Vanitas? Like, Vanitas is.
Why does he look like Sora? I never have understood that.
I know, that's one thing I never understood.
Why does he look like Sora? Please, somebody in the comments, explain to me why Vanitas looks like Sora, even though Sora is alive and a small child at this time. Why does he look like a teenage Sora with black hair? Why?
Well,
Someone explain it to me.
It'll probably be explained in 3.
I doubt it.
Not,
I doubt it. They're gonna be too busy explaining a bunch of other shit in 3.
I mean, unless it has to do something with the time travel thing. I don't know.
It could be. It very well could be.
I don't know. That's the one thing I never understood. Like, why does he look like Sora?
I don't know.
Like, even when I was playing Birth by Sleep the first time, I saw his face for the first time, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, does this have something to do with his heart being all connected to Sora? But that doesn't make any sense because that happens after Vanitas is defeated. So, again, why does Vanitas look like Sora? I don't understand why.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know, but he is my favorite villain out of everyone.
I don't know about my favorite, but he's good.
At least besides Xehanort, everyone loves Xehanort, but besides Xehanort, like, he is my favorite villain. Like, I just love him as a villain. Like, he's like a freaking badass. Like he comes in, and then he would always be like, "Suffer!" and he'd be like, "Pathetic!" Like, I just love that.
Okay, I looked up an explanation as to why Vanitas looks like Sora. Okay. And this shit doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to read it anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me hear it.
Okay. And this is coming from Tetsuo Nomura himself, so I'm going to read this. According to Tetsuo Nomura, the reason why Vanitas and Sora resemble each other is because Sora connected his heart to Ventus's to supplement his missing darkness after Ventus lost his heart thanks to Master Xehanort. And by the time Sora was born, at least around the Destiny Islands, Nomura also says that Vanitas' appearance would have been identical to any other character who would do the same. So, oh, that's right. I forgot about that. In the beginning.
Wait. Okay, explain it better to me, because
Okay.
I got really confused with
Okay.
Nomura's explanation.
So, do you remember in the beginning when Ventus wakes up in the dive to Heart, the dive to Destati, or whatever the fuck it's called, the chandelier, the glass stained window stuff at the beginning, and he had the blank eyes. Okay, so do you remember when, like when god damn it, when Ventus is broken by Master Xehanort and he fails to make the Keyblade, he's like fading away, but I guess Sora uses some of his he does it on Destiny Islands too, and I guess Sora, while he's sleeping, somehow connects with Ventus's heart and I guess connects with Ventus's heart, and in that turn it supplements his okay.
I'm kind of confused now,
Sora
even
connected.
I never understood the beginning of Birth by Sleep. I remember
Sora...
I saw young Xehanort in the beginning.
Yes, Sora connected his heart to Ventus's to supplement his missing darkness after Ventus lost his heart. Supplement means to make up for, to replace.
Okay, so Sora connects his heart with Ventus.
Yes, and lost his heart thanks to Master Xehanort. By that time Sora was born, at least around the Destiny Islands. Okay, so okay. okay, Nomura. Okay, whatever, fine.
Okay. Let's start all over again.
No, let's not. I don't want to think about that anymore. That's just too confusing. I don't.
Okay, so basically, but
it seems like Sora did connect with Ventus before the events of Birth by Sleep, like around the time Xehanort leaves him on Destiny Islands, when he has him wrapped in that bed sheet, whatever, the cot or whatever.
Oh, okay. So Sora already connected his heart with them then.
Yes.
When that's why Vanitas ended up looking like Sora.
That's why Ventus is made of pure light, because he doesn't have darkness, because his darkness is in the form of Vanitas, which is a whole nother being.
Okay. And then in the end,
that's why Roxas looks like Ventus as well.
Okay. And then at the end of the events of Birth by Sleep for Ventus, Ventus goes to deep sleep, and then his whole entire heart goes into Sora. Then
yes,
I guess
that's why Roxas looks like Ventus.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. All right, so that is
Birth by Sleep, and now we are going to move on to.
I know you don't want to. Gosh damn it!
Yeah, we're going to move on to.
Recoded, which originally came out exclusively on the mobile phone in Japan, and during around this time it came out after 2.
Yeah,
it came out after 2, right?
Yeah,
it took place after 2, and I see how relevant it was back then. But because now of all the other games, Street 5.8 and Birth by Sleep, it kind of looks irrelevant. It's pretty much irrelevant now because it's pretty much just filler at that point, and literally the only important thing is just basically the ending. Well, the secret ending, of course. And then the point of that ending, just to the regular ending, it's like what was the point of them finding out that they need to save Terra, Ventus, and Aqua when we all kind of figured that out at the end of Birth by Sleep?
Yeah.
But then again, if you think about it, Birth by Sleep wasn't out at that time, so I see what they were going for here. But like, if it weren't for the other games, maybe it would have been still a bit relevant. But now it's kind of irrelevant now. Now with all the other games now, it's pretty much filler at this point. Like how you were telling me, and I understand why you don't like the story.
It's dog shit. This game is dog shit. It is objectively, aside from the last 15 minutes of this game, it is just useless filler. It is useless. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources and money for Square Enix. And the fact that they made this fucking thing twice is disgraceful. I fucking hate Kingdom Hearts Recoded.
It's weird.
It sucks. It is
weird.
boring. It is just a truncated version of one and Chain of Memories, and it's just bounded together by this shit story that has zero impact on the events of the future games, except, again, for the last 15 fucking minutes, and part of that is only the secret ending. That's it.
Yeah.
The rest of this game is fucking useless. Fuck this game. It sucks.
Here's the weird thing. With Recoded, I like the gameplay, but the story
No.
I never really liked.
The gameplay sucks, too.
I actually didn't mind the gameplay. I have the game.
If I had to fight one more of those goddamn bugs, I swear to God, I was going to throw my 3DS across the fucking room.
I liked it as a game.
Oh,
but
God,
just gameplay-wise, I liked it. But story-wise,
It
now
sucks.
it's really, it sucks.
All it is just Mickey, and especially if you watch the 3 hours. It's 3 hours.
Which is what I did.
You can watch a fucking Lord of the Rings movie for how long this fucking thing takes. And Lord of the Rings movies are way better than this.
I guess the only thing I didn't like about Recoded was probably just going into the bug world. The bug world, I didn't really like the music too much.
The music, this is the only game in the series where the music is not very good. It's just, it's repeats.
You're going back to all the worlds,
Yeah.
of course. You've heard the world.
Even the original music is not very good.
I don't like the bug world music.
No, it's irritating.
It's weird. For some weird reason, I found it satisfying hitting the bugs, like the cubes. Like, for some weird reason, I just found it very satisfying to hit one. I don't know why. It feels weird, but I found it very satisfying.
Once you've hit one bug, you've hit them all.
I just found it very satisfying. Like, I don't know why. I love the gameplay, Adam, but story-wise...
What? You would use the word love with this?
Oh, wait. My bad. I take that back.
What? I was gonna say, Richard,
okay.
Come on.
I like the gameplay, but the story, it's not my favorite.
Okay, there are 2 reasons why I would ever smack someone, a Kingdom Hearts fan, upside the head. For one reason, if they told me that Atlantica from Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best world, which is objectively wrong, and you are an idiot if you think so. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Number 2, if you tell me that Recoded is a good game and has a good story, I would smack you upside the head so fucking hard that you would never even think Kingdom Hearts exists anymore. I would just slap that out of your memory.
The gameplay is great.
No, sucks.
It's not story-wise. It's not.
Like I talk about how Birth by Sleep is clunky. Oh my God, the way it runs on the DS with this shit, it's dreadful. It's just
I don't know
terrible.
why, Adam. I just
and all those goddamn mini games that they make you go through, where they're switching entire types of what the game is. It's oh God, it's so bad.
Adam, I don't know. I just felt like very satisfying just to hit one of the cube bugs every time I hit one. Like, I just found it very satisfying.
I don't.
It's weird. I just found it very satisfying. That's one of the main reasons why I love the gameplay, but not the story. The story's not it's not that great. The story's not that great.
Not that great.
I love the gameplay, but not the story.
Not that great is putting it very lightly with this. So it's okay. So what do we learn in this game that is useful in the future of the series?
Let's see. The secret ending. Apparently, Kyrie goes into training. That's
the Dream Drop Distance one.
Oh, my bad.
You're thinking of the Dream Drop Distance ending.
Oh, the secret ending.
The secret ending.
That was when we found out that Xehanort did, came back because we took Ansem and Xemnas were taken down, and we learned that if you take down the Heartless and the Nobody, they go back to being the real person.
Yeah.
So when I found out about that, I was like, shit.
Okay, so that's a 2-minute cutscene tops. Okay.
Yes.
What else? What else is useful from this game that is to be known for the future? What else is there?
Besides that, I don't know. I do remember seeing Roxas in that game, but I don't know what his
Yeah.
purpose in Recoded was for.
He is an entry in the data system from Namine.
I guess
It's to try to I think it's to try to remind Data Sora, or like to get information to Data Sora about Roxas's existence. I think.
I guess.
Which
I
doesn't
don't
really
know.
help considering it's Data Sora. It's not the real Sora. It's not the real Riku. It's not the real Sora. So I don't care about this Data Sora.
I can't. I don't really understand I mean, I know Data Riku's purpose, but still, it's like it was basically just a spin-off.
Not exactly a spin-off, because it is technically a sequel to...
Two.
No, well, yeah, technically it is a sequel to 2, but it's like where they're experimenting with different kinds of gameplay, except the gameplay sucks and it's not fun and it's way too long and it's boring and the story is just useless except for the last 15 minutes. Well, that's another part. Like, the only other thing that is useful about this game is that we now know what is in the letter that King Mickey sends Sora, which that could have been answered in a fucking 2-3 minute cutscene tops. We didn't need an entire goddamn game to showcase, like, oh, right, I forgot about Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. Oh, right. Hey, Sora, you better go come and be a Keyblade Master so you can go wake him up. Better go save him.
But we all kind of knew that already.
Exactly.
But then again, like I said, Adam, this game came out before Birth by Sleep on a mobile phone, so at the time it was relevant, but now it's not. It's not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Because of all the other games.
It's just like...
It's useless now.
Yeah.
It wasn't useless before, but now it is.
Even then, it was still kind of useless. Like, it just doesn't... It doesn't, like... People even forget this game exists. Like, it just... It's the Shion of the Kingdom Hearts series.
I have it on the DS.
I had it on the DS until I gave it back to my friend.
I had it on the
Or 3DS, technically.
Okay. But that's Recoded, I guess? Because there isn't much else to talk about.
No. Well, okay, there's another thing. That Maleficent and Pete bring up the Book of Prophecies, which is connected to X, which is going to be connected to 3. That's the only other thing that they're now like,
she mentioned it in Recoded, right?
Yeah. They mentioned the Book of Prophecies, which allows them to see into the future. Which it's like, at the time, I was like, what the fuck is the Book of Prophecies? And then they talk about it in Key, which I'm like, oh, great. So they're just convoluting the fucking lore even more. Great. Awesome. I'm so thrilled.
Well.
Yeah. Okay, so I actually had one thing to say. I forgot to mention it in actually like the Kingdom Hearts 1 podcast that we did. So here, little trivia for you. The woman who voiced Alice in the original Disney Alice in Wonderland movie and Wendy in the original Peter Pan movie reprised her role at the age of 60 in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Seriously?
Yeah, same actress who voiced Alice in the old Alice in Wonderland movie and Wendy in the old Peter Pan movie did the voice for Alice and Wendy in Kingdom Hearts 1. So that's what I wanted to say. That's the thing. You remember when we were talking and I was like, God damn it, I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
Is that it now, Adam? Or is there anything else you wanted to say with Recoded? Because there isn't much to say about Recoded.
I think we're done. All I really have to say left is Recoded. It's a piece of shit and is useless, and I hate it.
It's useless now.
Mostly useless. 99.9% useless.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's useless now. It wasn't before, but now with all the other games, it is completely useless.
It is more useless now than it has ever been.
Yep. All
All
right.
right.
What's the next one?
The next episode is going to be Dream Drop Distance and key/back cover. So you need to
I have
get
to
you need
watch.
to watch the key cutscenes or watch the summary video. I'll
Yeah,
even need to
please send
fucking
it.
I'll even need
Please
to
send
fucking
it.
do that.
Please send it to me. The link.
Yeah, will do.
Oh my gosh! Fuck! Gosh damn it, Key.
Key is
All right,
okay.
guys.
All right. Thank you all for watching. If you like to see, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of Birth by Sleep and Recoded. Yeah.
If you guys think Recoded is not pointless, then please help convince
Please
us
convince me
somehow.
why. Please convince me why. Aside from the
Like,
last 15 minutes, Recoded is not
I
useless.
wasted 3 hours of my life watching it just to get that theme. I'm not.
Ugh.
I love the bugs as an enemy, but gosh damn, that game is so bad. It's so useless.
Ugh.
Oh
All right.
gosh.
So we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
All right. Take care.